Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back. It's Tuesday. Time for another Rive live stream. Uh, so today, we're going to see what happens today. Today is going to be maybe a short stream. A lot of the things that we thought were going to happen didn't quite happen. But let's go ahead and hop into it and start talking about it. So let's start with recap. So last week, Pedro had a creative session. Pedro, you want to recap us on what you did last week?
Yes, I'm going to share the always this thing about setting. Okay, here it is. Last week, you can see my screen.
We are loading
Okay,
and loading.
it's kind of slow. My internet connection these days. I don't know what is happening, and I think I'm going to need to change
And
the
we're still
phone.
loading.
Okay, there it is.
There we go.
Okay. Last week, I teach to make a little read with the setup of the legs of a character, and the idea was to show a set that is very easy and not very complex, but that lets us to animate in a very easy way, because just by using this control here, we can move the body, and then by using just that control here, we can animate all the positions. For example, make a walk cycle. For example, if I put this like that, I can make the contact pose or the contact pose of a walk cycle. And as you can see, it's very easy to position the feet and to make the different poses. And just by using that, you, for example, could animate that. So if you can see this you can find the video in the channel, and in the description you can find a link to the Discord, our Discord channel, where you can find the original file, the file with the sample, so you can play with it. You can watch the video and follow the steps with the file. And at the beginning of the session, I explained a little bit how the IKEA constraints works.
Yep. That was great.
Good. Yeah.
So there's a link in the chat now. So if you want to check out that video, you can. The full replay's there. So if you were here last week for our live stream, then you know that we said we were going to do a workshop, and then we didn't do the workshop because solos didn't land. And we'll talk about that a little bit more later. So this week, our streaming schedule is, obviously we have the stream right now, which you're here for. Awesome. Tomorrow, there's a creative session that I'll be running. And in that, we're going to be doing stuff. There's a couple different things I want to do. I'm working on this really goopy, nasty bee boss character thing for something that we're working on. And we've shown a number of times how you can use nested artboards to make like 3D effects and turns like that. So I want to show off how you can do that in a really simple way, and then also do some effects animations and things like that. Michael had me inspired this week with his little mech guy. Was really cool. So we'll be doing that tomorrow, same time, same bat channel. So come hang out with me tomorrow. Thursday, we should be having a workshop. We should be. Again, we will see what happens, because if you didn't notice, we didn't have solos last week, and we still don't have them yet, but we expect to get those this week. So let's move on to releases. What did we get this week? I don't think we got anything yet.
Nope.
Nope. No releases yet this week. But we do expect to release a number of things this week, including solos, new copy and paste overhaul, and some fixes to the direct blend state. We were hoping to show that stuff off today, but unfortunately it didn't land. There's no big issues going on. It's just we want to make sure that they're ready for prime time before they hit the app. So
Yeah,
we fight with the problems.
Yeah, exactly. The Solus is working. We test it, and only we make sure that is working with all the thing without problem. So yeah.
Yep. So keep an eye out for that this week. Make sure if you're not on the Discord, you get on our Discord. I will eventually post a link to that at some point, probably at the end, maybe in a few minutes. I don't know. Yeah, you'll know as soon as those are released to the app. All right, so that's the streaming schedule for this week. That's releases. Time to get into community animations. We are setting record time right now, 6 minutes into the stream, and we're showing off community animations. We've got a number of cool community animations. So let's go ahead and start with this one. Now, this one is interesting because they did this before Solos, and I think Solos are going to make doing this right here much easier. So this is from Spencer Ellis. It's a frame-by-frame animation, which is not something that we've seen too much of in Rive yet, but I think we'll be seeing a little bit more now that Solars are here. I really like this. It's a nice little frame-by-frame animation. Something really simple. It's like those rotoscoped animations almost.
Yeah, I love the style, the color outside to the lines, and yeah.
And I mean, it's got to be popular on the internet. Look, dude, there's a cat. Like,
this is a cat.
Eventually, somebody's gonna have to explain to me what the internet's obsession with cats are. But maybe not today.
Cats invented internet.
I thought that was Al Gore.
It's a conspiracy of the cats to domain the world and the universe later.
Wait, they invented the universe?
Domination.
Yes, they made that in a box. They had a lot of experience in boxes.
The universe is just a big cat turd that they left in a box. I could see it. All right, so the next one is, man, I really need to get better at this whole sharing screen thing. I say this every week, and it doesn't get better. Here we go. All right, so this is, and we do this, and there we go. So this one's from Langos58. Fairly simple interaction with the head tracking, but we always love to see the head tracking. Really, the thing I like about this one is the art style. It's almost got that, like, I don't know, DreamWorks, Pixar art style. I really like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I like this because the design is cool too. But thinking in this animation, in this case, the mouth is working independent of the interaction. But using the Steam Machine, you can create some animation and make that when the cursor is in the middle of the face, she can open the mouth or she can react, So you can
I
improve
wonder,
a little bit.
is there are they using a different layer or a hitbox for that? Oh yeah, that looks like they are.
It's possible, yeah.
Yep, that's the layer for the eyebrows and mouth. Oh, and it's playing forwards and backwards. It's a ping pong.
We can't
Yeah,
see
you
a
can
screen,
put-
Robert.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
we can see the other screen, yeah.
Oh no. Okay, hang on. Let me switch. Let's see. Share the screen. Which one is it? No, it's not that one. It's none of these. It's not that one either. It's this one. Here we go. Yeah, so it's actually all built on one timeline. And they're just using goodness gracious.
Sorry.
All right, here we go. We're on one timeline. It's using a ping pong animation. So the really only thing that they've keyed here is the mouth and the eyebrows. And then they're just using this right here for the or it's not even that. Where's their target group? Is it this? No, that's the back target group. It's somewhere in here. Is it this one? Nope.
Yeah, need to be other.
Nope, it's not that. You know what the easiest way to find it is? Go in here. Pointer move. Oh man, they're aligning a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting. All right. Well, that interaction is a little more complex than I expected. I figured they were just using one little control point in here to control everything, but it seems like they've got a lot of stuff.
I guess
Oh
it's
yeah.
to make the eyes perhaps not as the eyes are not round. Perhaps it has like
Mm,
two for every.
interesting.
Yeah, I need to watch the file. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that a little bit more. Well, anyways, good
Yeah.
job, Lingos 58. Really cool animation.
Yeah, I like it.
Let me get rid of this one. And let's see. Who's next? Oh, boy. Okay. I think I got a bead on this name. We're going to try it. But I need to. Nope.
Oops.
Hang on. This is the most. Listen, Rive is really easy compared to sharing your screen on a live stream. Here we go. Now, this is cool. I don't know if this is like an idea for like Spotify or something like that. But I think this is really, really nice. And since the last time I've looked at it, they've actually updated. I think this is a mesh, maybe, but they've updated it.
Can be better, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. Let's see. All right, so we think it's a mesh or we think
Yeah.
it's vector. It do be looking vector.
It's possible a vector because the deformation is not too much. Maybe the. I'm not sure now. Yeah.
Let's look. It is a.
I guess can be a raster or vector because it's very simple. So you don't have different textures or something that is.
Here you could make an interesting interaction with a pen to rewind the cassette.
Oh yeah. All right. It
What
is.
is it? What is it?
Oh,
Image.
oh,
Okay.
gosh, I forgot. All right, hang on. Yeah, I forget that when you switch over, it doesn't go with me. So we're gonna stop sharing that, and we're gonna pull up something else. Share the screen. Nope, it's none of this. It's
I want to make a joke about
Do it.
how it's 2023. 3 years, 4 years after COVID, and Robert's still struggling to share his screen.
I think I've said this before. I'm not a Luddite because I like technology, but I guess I'm just a slow learner. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So it does look like an
It
is an image.
Yeah.
but it's named SVG, so it's an SVG. Is vector or
Oh,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
it is. Oh, maybe it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Very cool.
okay, yes.
Yeah, everything's all well. That is really cool. This I think this would be a really sweet way to like, because I think what their idea was is this was like a way to share playlists and stuff, and it looks like something that Spotify would do. So, give me this. Let me email this to people. I wanna email like a I don't know, a playlist to you guys full of jock jams and I don't know. For those of you who don't know, when we first started streaming, I would play jock jams before we went live every time just to get pumped up. Okay, I think we have one more maybe. Oh yeah, we do. I saved this one for last. This one is really cool. I think once we get the text, this will actually be a lot easier to build. All right, it's in here. Oh, yep. This one's on Twitter. This one's from Suhit. Suhit doing stuff on Twitter. So this is all made in Rive. This whole text file here, it rotates as you move your mouse across it. I want to say that I pulled this up on, here it is. Nope, that's the Framer site. Here's the Rive app. Ooh, and
Yeah, I had this user. Yeah, I had this user to make this because he have this idea. He have a reference that is other animation that is the same, and he want to do the same with that. And I think in Discord is all the three about this and the way he did it. Yeah,
this is cool. I like that he's using the share link to actually put this on Twitter so you can mess with it.
Yeah. Yeah, but basically the idea is use iKiko string. iKiko string was, and use one bomb for each layer
Mm-hmm.
and different strength. Yeah.
Well, this is really cool. I wonder if this isn't on the community. Oh, it is on the community. I'll have to find that and
Yeah.
put it on the featured list today. All right, I think that's it for community animations. We do have
Gordon, did you? I think Gordon had one, but that's not on the community. But
Oh, did you? What do you have, Gordon?
Well, it's not mine, but it was shared recently on Twitter.
Oh yeah, this is so cool. All right, hang on.
No, I need to share my screen.
Yeah. Good luck.
best of luck to you.
Oh, he's already got it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so
No,
Dark
these-
Curve Studios, they've made a few awesome things. Yeah, I mean, you guys would be able to
cool.
explain it better. But there was another version that's the one that had text as well. But yeah, they're advertising this as like a way that you can create cool product demos.
Mm-hmm.
So, visualizing the components that goes into a headset as an example. So the other version that I saw, like, I don't know where it is now, it had like text that says, okay, this is the, the inner earpiece that does this. And this is the, the thing that does the vibration frequency or whatever.
Does it says up above in the text, if you click, does it do anything?
Where?
So it says click to reveal component information.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I like the bright for example, the last circle has it.
Yeah.
When you move it.
Yeah, and
That's
the shadow works
That's
too.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, that glass thing is really cool. Like
Yeah.
the reflection.
Very nifty.
Yeah,
that's
this is
cool.
like
It's a very great use of Rive to have this
Yep.
kind of interactive explanations of things.
They also mentioned like interactive graphics, and like that's something I've wanted to see Rive in for the longest time. Like if you read an article that's about statistics, like if there's like an interactive animation that gives that statistics in some way, that would be awesome.
If your article has statistics in it, that's an insta skip for me. I'm not.
What if it had
gonna
Rive
say that's gonna
animation?
Now,
take
if it
care
has
of
Rive animations, you may get me to stick around to play.
find
It's
the
like an extra book.
infographic designers that want to.
We can put
Team up
cut
with an
in the animations with the
Yeah.
bars and the data
You probably get me with dogs, but
or dogs. It will be the first question is like dogs or cats. You select and then you show the statistics.
yeah, there we go. That's how you get me
That is-
interested in statistics.
It is a really neat idea. I know if you go to brilliant.org is a site or an app, I think, that you can learn a bunch of different things there, but they use interactive animations and things like that, which I think, like to Gordon's point, like I think you could do some really neat learning content with Rive interactions. So yeah,
I think
just got to
it
get
could-
motivated to make learning content. It's not teaching animation or talking about animation.
I think it will be great for this year in Spain. We have like a lot of elections. Is elections the word?
Mhm.
And the data they are showing for weeks data of every region and city, and I think it would be great to have like animated data with that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How are you doing in the polls, Pedro? Are you moving up? Is it vote Pedro for?
Go Pedro. Go Pedro.
All right. Well, let's start making our way through some questions, and then we also have one other thing that we haven't done yet, and we'll see how this goes. And if y'all like doing this, then maybe we can start asking for like chat submissions of your files. We have a file that we found on the community that we really like, but we think that the motion can be improved. And so we're going to look at that and see how just a couple little tweaks can make the whole animation really pop. So let's go through the questions really quick that we have. And if you have questions, start dumping them in. All right. Algorithms asks, which Adobe programs can I use with Rive?
I think Chris in chat replied, I think, yeah, Photoshop and Illustrator would be two good ones just for creating images or vectors.
Yeah.
So I think those would be, I mean, aside from After Effects and exporting Lotties to import, like I think in terms of creating content and being able to use it in Rive, yeah, I think Photoshop and Illustrator would be the ones I can think of. I suppose anything that's like photo generation you could bring in too. So
Yeah. I always say if you want to work with raster, you can use Photoshop and then import to Rive. In vector, you can use Illustrator if you like to use Illustrator. But I always recommend drawing Rive if you can, because you have a better control in the design, in the number of vertex, all this that you need for the animation. If you have less vertex, always is better for the file, but depend of what tool you work. But yeah, I think the most is Photoshop and Illustrator.
Yeah, I always just do it right in the editor, because then I can control my hierarchy as I go, and I can set up groups and make sure everything's organized. It just makes the whole grading process a lot quicker.
Other thing you can do is, sometimes I do that, is when you import the SVG, you can go to the vertex mode and try to clean, because sometimes you have a curve and you have 20 vertex in that curve. You don't need 20, you need 1 or 2. So try to fix and clean all this, because always is better. You need to animate different vertex. It's better if you animate only 2 vertex for this curve than 20. This is crazy sometimes. But yeah.
Is it possible to use Next.js? I think this is a Zach and Gordon question.
Yes. You can use the React runtime, which will play pretty nicely with Next.js. And then Next.js even has a way to store your publicly accessible assets. So the Rive files in the, I believe, the public folder. So maybe someone on the team can help me post this, but we did a workshop a while ago where we built kind of like a plant blog with some Rive assets and kind of hooking it up to scrolling, but it was all done in Next.js, and it was deployed on Vercel if you want to check it out on the GitHub repo. But yeah, should work with Next.js.
Sweet. So lots of comments about cats. Cats control the AI engines, probably.
Yeah.
George the cat. Don't know who that is, but he's watching. Will we be? Wait. No. Hang on.
No.
We're hiding
Nothing-
this.
nothing
Who is
Better
Better
George
to
the
know.
cat?
Better to know.
Okay, never mind. All right. Wondering if we'll be adding text support. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, we are working on text. We think that it's possible to release soon. I don't know where it's in the soon. I don't know if it's soon now. But
I think it's somewhere in between soon and soon.
Yeah.
So, and I haven't decided. I think that's soonish.
yeah.
So yeah. If you're following us on Twitter, you can see a lot of the like little sneak peeks that Guido and Luigi have been posting and throwing the Rive.
Yeah, if you find the zombie game that we did as a demo, you can see text, and all this text was creating in Rive. So it's working. We are still working, but yeah.
Yep. Again, follow the Discord and follow us on Twitter to make sure that you'll see the updates get posted on there, and then as soon as they release, those will be the first places that they drop, unless it's a Tuesday and then we get to announce it, which is always super fun.
Yeah.
Can I use sound files with Rive?
No,
Not
yet.
in the editor, but
Yeah.
there's probably some code magic you could do.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think Jeff, RiveFlow Jeff, was working with some Java, maybe some JavaScript libraries or something to get it working. I don't know exactly what he was using, but we'll link that RiveFlow site.
Man, everything Jeff does is super cool. Like every time someone has a question about like how to set up mouse interactions for the whole viewport with JavaScript, I'm like, RiveFlow, Jeff.
I wanted to see. He might not have the audio. I know he was posting them on Twitter, but I don't see the actual like.
It was
how
the
to get it
game.
working.
It was like a drummer, right, or something.
Oh yeah, there's a couple
drummer
examples.
too. Yeah.
I do think eventually we'll end up bringing sound to the
Yeah,
editor.
this is the thing. We think about that to be able to add sound in the editor. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that is not yet on the Sunometer. It's definitely something we want to add, but not something that's in the works yet. And you know us, we're always trying to tell you what's getting worked on behind the scenes. I know solos aren't dropping today, but does that mean we won't get it showcased today? No, unfortunately, I don't think we can showcase it. We can show you. Oh, mate, hang on.
There's been like a few sneak peeks at solos.
Oh, are there on Twitters?
Yeah, Guido posted, I think, JC's example that he made.
The Viking,
the character. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the only thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about
the
that.
only thing.
Hang on, let's find that, and then we'll post that in the chat. You can check it out. As soon as it releases, we'll have a video. Hopefully on Thursday, you'll get a whole workshop on how to use it.
Yes. Yeah, I have different examples to use solos, and yeah, I hope this week we can make the workshop.
Here's a little. Ooh, no, that's my search function. Here's a little sneak peek of the solos on Twitter. I think that was posted last week, but yeah, should be hearing something soon, or seeing something more substantial soon. All right, I don't actually know the answer to this. Is there any story behind the name Rive?
Hold on. I feel like either Guido or Luigi said it's.
Yeah. We think about a lot about the name. I remember that. We think a lot about the name. We think in different names. This name, something that have this name is relation with water, with river. No, river is?
Oh, a river?
River, sorry. River, yeah. It's something about the water. But, yeah, I can't explain more.
I mean, I do remember this conversation, but it was like 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So the details are a little hazy at this point. I do know that we actually looked up what it meant in a bunch of different languages to make sure that we weren't like making our name
exactly.
something like
no problem. Yes. In Spain we have that with some brands, yes, because sometimes they use words that in Spanish refers that word that we usually don't say too loud.
Mm-hmm. Too loud. I was never mind.
Yeah, but this is the thing. We don't. I don't remember we have something strong about this. I remember this idea about water, about movement, about change, fresh, and something like this. Yeah.
I was told you can add bones to solos, but will that mean you can eventually hide individual bones? Yes. That's one of those quality of life
Yep.
things that we haven't quite got to yet. The ability to hide bones
Yeah.
in lieu of like solos.
Yeah. So the idea is that now with solos you can add solos in your rig, and this way you can activate or deactivate different part of the body, or hide or no different part of the body. Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
Sorry, so that would impact the bones as well.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so right now it doesn't hide okay. It hides the bone length. So if you make like two different rigs, let's say you have a front facing rig and a side facing rig and they're both on different solos. When you activate the other solo, most of like the bone length disappears, but the joints stay on the stage so that you can see how it's moving. But I think they're asking if they'll eventually be able to hide bones as well. And yeah, I think we had that. I think we had that in Flare where you could just like when you hit the visibility, the bone actually turned off.
Yeah, I think in Flare we had that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those quality of life things that we'll eventually add for sure. All right. Well, great job, everybody. What a way to get through those questions. You can keep asking questions. We're going to hang out for a little bit longer. Do we want to try our new segment? I have a song. Prepared.
Yeah. I mean, if you have a song prepared, let's do it.
All right.
Yes.
Feedback. It's the feedback. We're giving you the feedback. All right, let's do it. So I have this pulled up here.
Next
And
week,
I really
we need some instruments like you can.
Zach, you play instruments, so Zach can
saxophone,
provide that.
right?
Let's make like some like MIDI cool sound effects. Introing Robert's scatty scat. Yeah.
No, I did not prepare that song.
That was you just made that up?
Yeah.
On the fly?
We couldn't tell. It was so good.
Dude. All right. Let me pull this animation up. Okay, so this animation, I think this user's actually been around for a while. Sharing the screen. Okay, so nope. There's one last step. This is the step.
Okay.
So this animation here is actually really cool. I really love the artwork. The main thing that this whole animation needs is just smoothing out like the Y motion, I think, for the character. You can see it kind of like hitches down here at the bottom, and I don't know if that's intentional or not. But I think there's like one key too many. In this one. So if we go into here, let's see how we can fix this dude up. All right, now we have to. I wish it would just go. Here we go. All right, sweet. All right, so we got this pulled up here. Yeah, I think the main thing to fix this is really just on this character here. You don't really need all these X keys at all. And then I think it's these two keys right here.
Yeah.
You just remove one of those. And then let's see, up. Yeah.
And this other, yeah. And
Yeah, and
check the
then
curve.
I think they're just basic cubic curves. So you can probably like give this something like what, like this?
Yeah, this way don't stop. Yeah, exactly.
And the second one.
I'm gonna have you try. I made a short video about this a long time ago. If you
Ooh.
just play it, select your key, and then play it, and then go adjust the interpolation while it's playing, you can actually get live feedback while you're.
I think you need to adjust the second keyframe.
This one?
The second too.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, and we do it like this, or we go the other way with it, like this.
No, I think this is not too much.
It's.
Yeah. It's possible that the first is too strong, the curve in the first. No. This is the first.
You talking about this one?
It starts in the that
Now it's
position.
better.
Or...
Yeah, here. This is it starts.
Oh,
up.
okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
It
then we
starts
just add
slow
this key
and the
here.
end is more faster. Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that. And then obviously by changing this, you're going to have to change the trampoline a little bit. And I think that's just this path here. So I think it's these two keys. I think this needs to move forward.
Nice.
And this one needs to move forward. That's a little bit closer. And then the feet are poking, but just removing those keys and adjusting the interpolation of the Y, we can see the well. What's the best way to show the difference? I guess we can't really. Maybe we can do it like flip back and forth.
I think. I mean, I think we all kind of work this way, but I think JC mentioned it not that long ago. Of like the fewer keys you can get away with, the better in terms of making those movements real fluid.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a good example of like, remove keys if you can. If you don't need them, like see if you can get away with using the curves to get the effect you want. But that hitching happens, especially if you have a bunch of keys and then you use that basic cubic on it, because it does, slow down, speed up, and slow down. So you'll get like kind of a weird hiccup or a hitch. If it's not at the end of a movement, like it'll look kind of strange.
Mm-hmm. And to this question here, why do I have two keys on the character? If you're asking about these two keys here, it's really just if you remove this. Oh wait, no, hang on. It's not these two keys. It's these two. These two right here. So if you don't have a key to keep it in place, because what you really want is the character to kind of spring off of here. So you want to kind of keep the character in the same spot. And if we want to do something a little different with it, we can also go into like the graph editor, and go here. And we can make it a little bit something like this, so that the character kind of comes into the trampoline and still moves down. But this just gives you a little more control about, how the character looks on the ground, keeps him down there a little bit longer before this like really springy portion of the animation happens.
Yeah, the thing is, because the character is jumping when it's in the base, in the bottom, you need a little bit time in that position, because if not, you use only one key, it's too fast. And
so look at if we remove that key, then it doesn't stay down there long enough, so you don't get that spring motion.
Yeah, it's like the character don't have weight. This is the thing. No, you need to recreate the weight of the character. if you add more time in that position, more weight have the character, more. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, anyways, I think that I think just doing that improves the motion of this. You could do some other stuff to it, but I think that was really the main thing. Was just that when it got down here, it would kind of hitch and then go back up. But this, I really love the artwork. I really like the idea. So, anyways, just some suggestions for you.
Yeah, let see this comment of Chris. Yeah, maybe you moving the arms in different position, different direction can help. Yeah, the thing is to improve a little bit more. One thing you can do is something similar to Chris say, is that you can move the different part of the character in different ways, because now everything moves at the same time.
Yeah.
The legs, the arms, the body. No, in this case, maybe the legs can be touch the bottom part first, and then the body.
And then the arms come down.
Exactly, and then the body react and move a little bit later than the legs and the arms too. So this delay in between the arms and the body and the legs make more natural movement on that.
Right,
the same way that when you jump, you start the first you think the first thing you move is the arm to up, no, the arm, and then you don't do at the same time. You move first the arms, then the body, and then the legs move. No, something like this.
Let's see if we can get away with doing it like this. There we go.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's more natural. This it's more fun. You can see that the character is having fun time.
This is one of those. This is one of those tricks I really like because. So if you didn't catch what I was doing there, because this is in a work area and we have room at the beginning of the animation and at the end of the animation, and the key at the start and the end are the same value, I can copy all these keys. So I'm just taking the left hand, which is really this is like the left arm and right arm, copying those to the beginning, and then if you remember, this key and this key are the same. So we can take this, overlap them, and then now what we can do is select all those keys. That gives us 2 loops. So we can select all those keys, play the animation, and then really we can just slide that forward until we're happy with the motion. And there you go.
This is the thing, yeah.
And even with the face, we could probably change the face a little bit.
Exactly, because this character, the whole body is the head, no? But you can think that the face is independent of the body. So the body can move in one way and the face in other way. Maybe the face move a little bit more later than the face, and that gives the character more personality too. Yeah.
So I'm gonna do the same thing and just copy this. Oops. All right, hang on. Let's go with the eyes first. Ooh, did I nail that? Oh, nailed it. Dude, when it works out like that, it's so nice. Let's do it like this. There we go. Scoot that over. And now we can take these. Oop, hang on. Something's...
Yeah.
What didn't get copied right here? Are these the same? 49, 48.9. All right, let's try this first.
It's the mouth.
Yeah.
Yes! Perfect. Ship it.
Ship it, dude. All right, I need to figure out what's not lining up here. I think it's because it's just not long enough.
I think when I was playing around with this file, I was trying to offset the face and gave up after a few seconds because I wasn't patient enough to figure out where everything was keyed.
Yeah.
But
in the end, for example, here, it would be interesting to have a group with the face.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can move the face just with one key.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna line everything up real quick. right. I think if we line everything up, and then we can just copy that over, scoot that, and now I bet it loops. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Might need to go the opposite way with it.
But it is cool, like just playing with the. You can get some interesting things, like just by messing around while you have the animation playing. You'd be like, "Oh, that's kind of different," or "That works," or "That doesn't work." And
let's try and go the opposite way.
Yeah,
Yes, animating it is fast, and then playing with that is like 50% of the work. I mean, it's like having it moving is the fast part, but then you can play a lot with what you have at the beginning.
There we go.
Yeah.
And then we can even offset the eyes from the mouth.
Yeah, and you can add some blink when the character is down. He can close the eyes and open. Then you can do a lot of things to. Yeah, this is the fun part. Yeah.
But now, for example, the volume you have with that is amazing because now it's an sphere.
Yeah, and now you can change instead the size of the body and make some squash and straight with the body, and you improve more the character. So yeah.
you can have the parents off to the side with their eyes covered, because I can't watch kids jump on trampolines because it stresses me.
Do it like that, and then like this, and then back up, something like that. All right, that doesn't quite work. I'd have to play with that a little bit more, but anyways, just some thoughts on this animation. I think this is
this is a fun. I think this was a great session. I think we'll do this. I think we should do this moving forward.
I think so too.
Yeah.
All right. Oops. Let's go back through, because I know we had a bunch of questions come in. Or I actually don't know. I'm just assuming.
This Abor, I think, did mention I haven't seen Lala in quite some time. Yeah, we definitely miss her.
Yep.
Yeah. She's got some family things going on. So she's taking a little bit of time to deal with all that. We hope the best for her, and we will see her when she gets back. And she will be coming back. So
yeah, exactly.
No worries.
Yeah. No worries. Lala is in the team. Yeah.
Yes.
She's still here.
We miss her a lot.
Would really love to see an intro video regarding the graph. Don't really understand how to use it. Okay, cool. I think that's a good idea. Won't get too well. Maybe we can talk about it here in a second.
I'm not sure if we have some videos in YouTube.
We don't.
No,
we haven't done a video on the graph editor. So I think we should do one. I think that'd be good.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. In 2.5D animation, is there a way to set up the full rotation like with the snowman and the snow globe animation you made for the Christmas tree to hide the face when turning away from the camera?
Just first off, the Christmas tree, that's old school for me. That's like...
You've been around for a while. Or you went through the backlog. Yes, actually, there totally is. JC and Michael have been doing this really cool stuff with nested artboards and remapped animations to do stuff like this. There's also solos. When solos come out, this kind of thing is going to just be so much easier. Michael, I think you should actually show off your
Yeah.
Can you show
I
that
can
off?
show that. It doesn't. Let's see. Is it in? I don't think it's in. Let me check. So, I mean, to the point here in terms of like hiding things. So I think either a combination of solos or draw order would be maybe how you do that at a certain point. You'd want to swap the draw order, but let's see what I have. Oh, I got this. Okay. So I'll just share this, and then I think I still think JC's Coyote example is a really good one too.
Oh yeah.
But let me. Oh, great. Here we go. I didn't practice for days before this, so
Okay.
So yeah, this is let's go ahead and take a look at the main. Do I have the number one? That's not. It's chugging a little bit here. I don't think it likes me screen sharing, but I don't know how well that's coming through. But
It looks good.
this is, yeah. So this is basically just scrubbing through a nested artboard like timeline. And if we look at here, okay, that's better. We look at this. So this turn is just set up so everything is a vector shape, and you could do this with meshes too. But I basically just keyed. So I use this key all vertices. So it's not the most optimized, but in terms of getting something down, like this was the easiest way to do it with as many objects as I had. But you could do this with bones too. I just like the control you get with using this nested artboard approach. And so all of these keys, these vertices are keyed here, and then I just scrub through to, this is just a 30 frame animation. And then I just move them to what I think looks like, what would that be, 90 degree turn. And so I just did that with all the different shapes here. And so it's a combination of just moving and keying vertices and then moving objects a little bit so that everything kind of looks like it's rotating around the same spot. And then a little bit of like scaling back here. These wing things are just scaled. If we look at, yeah, so I'm just scaling them a bit. So it flattens out a bit. But this one, I think I actually added like a stroke to it and turn transform effects off. So you can't really see this without the background. Yeah, you can see it doesn't collapse because of that. You still get a little thickness as it turns. So yeah, if I were to do like a full 3D, like if I wanted to do like a 360, you definitely need to do some planning. But I think for this, having not worked with solos as much, I would probably set it up where I would just start, once I got to a certain point, I would change the draw order. So I don't know if there's really a good way to do this, but I'll just kind of show off, like, let's say this front panel, I think it's already behind that though. So let's do it this way. Let's say this, the side panel, if we want to move it, let's say here, for some reason it needed to come in front of here. I normally like toggle it to set it, and then you can toggle it back. So, and I normally put them, let's keep it here. So this is our default draw order. And then once we get here, we want to toggle this one, and we want to draw it. How do I have this set up? Let's just see what happens here. Yeah, so you can kind of see once it hits this point, those two objects swap. So this is how you could, once you got to a certain point in your rotation, you could just swap the order of them, and then you could continue to rotate it and position things. Yeah. So right now, that's I would say the easiest way to do it. But I think with solos, like you could do it that way as well. There's benefits to, you're going to be able to do things with draw order that you wouldn't necessarily be able to do with solos. So I'd probably, just to keep it simple, I'd probably figure out how you could do it with just draw order. But if you're struggling with that, you could actually just swap out the whole graphic for something that's set up in a way that you could easily, key and animate the backside of an object. So I have it. So I kind of, I was trying to fake like a full 3D. Oh, I deleted it.
Yeah.
So it looked okay, but I basically just like, once I got here, I just flipped it on the scale on the X, and it looked all right. But I think for this, you would really want to key like, to get like a 180. So turn kind of from here all the way over here. You just want to set it up and maybe duplicate some of these shapes over, and then, reveal them once you get turning past this point. So yeah, it's really like, I would practice just with like, I did this, speaking of that tree, the Christmas tree, like I did a little train car and did the same thing where I just like, took a kind of 3D 2.5D rectangle and just started keying vertices, and it kind of comes out of a tunnel and then turns around and goes into a tunnel on the other side. So I'd just play with like a box or something and figure out how you'd rotate that. And then add a decal or some object to a side of it, and then, key that all the way around. And once you get to the point where it would be hidden, find a good spot that you can kind of hide that transition, and then snap it to, different draw orders, so it's not being drawn in front of the objects. But yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking, in a way, I don't try yet, but maybe it works, is that you can animate this body of the robot from the side to the front, completely the side to front in one animation, and other animation from the back to the side. And with these two animations, with the first from side to front, you can use for this direction, and then invert the animation to the opposite, and the same with the back. So with two animations, you can create the 4 animation to create the complete 36. Yeah. But let me tell you something. Go ahead, Michael.
I was just going to say, I think that would make and I think, I don't know if it was a workshop where you showed this, if you're bringing that example up, but yeah, I think that would make a good workshop for the future, is just kind of talking about how to get like just a rotation, an object rotating, because since we don't support 3D, like I know a lot of people want to simulate it. So I think it's something we should consider doing a workshop about.
Yeah, so this is almost the same case of Michael. In this case, is using AdWords. So what I mean to say is, to create this rotation or these full rotations, you can use 2 ways. One way is using nested AdWords, that maybe is more simple for a complex designs, but you need work more because you need recreate this rotation. No, you need, in this case, I use all the shapes and transfer the shapes to create this effect. And then only with this nested to this Mayan board here, I can control when the head move using the remap option. You can see here, this is the nested board, and I only move the different animation I have here. In this board, I have different animation, how the head move, the blink of the eyes, and the mouth animation. That is only this. And here, using the remap options in the different animations, I can control when the character blink, when the character move the head. And in this is the machine, for example, what I have is a trigger where I can control when the character open the mouth. And doesn't matter where the position of the head, the mouth open all the time. But yeah, to create this, you can create the rotation here in the nested board. But you can create a full rotation using bond using a rig. It's more complex, works in a simple design, but I have this example. It's very simple that works pretty well, and is like a box and using bonds and weight the different sides of the box to the bonds. This is how it works. The only thing here is that when you can see here, oops, I think this is, oops. Now you can see that each vertex is bind to these different bonds and how it works. The only thing is that this shape that is in front, in this position, move to back. So I need use. I think I need use a draw order to move this shape, because in some points maybe I can see the interior of the box. This is the only thing. But something like this you can do using bond, for example. It's very, very simple.
Yep. So I think that's the caveat. If it's simple, you can do it with a rig. If it's more complex, you're probably going to want to use the nested artboard remap trick.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's going to be it for today. We're over time. Gave you 2 extra minutes, which I really enjoyed. That was good stuff. Those last 2 minutes, chef's kiss. Yeah. Reminder, tomorrow, creative session, same time, same channel. We'll be doing some of this nested artboard stuff and showing off some of the some other tricks that I've learned from Michael and JC working on a goopy bug thing.
Are you gonna hold on? Are you gonna have an intro song ready for
no intro song? No. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll think about it. It'll be like, it's the B boss. It's the B boss. He's the big boss. He's the big boss. Something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll work on that. Maybe I'll get a little recorder, or what's the thing that's like a recorder, but it's got the like pull thing on the end, not a trombone, but like a whoop.
a slide whistle?
Yeah,
No,
slide whistle.
Yeah.
That-
No?
I'll bring my slide
Yeah.
whistle that I don't have. I'll overnight that Amazon AI ship, drop it off. Anyways, am I forgetting anything? Keep an eye out for solos. Keep an eye out for the releases that are coming this
Yeah,
week.
exactly.
Hopefully, workshop on Thursday, where JC is going to answer all your questions about solos and show you a number of different ways to use them. Any parting words, everybody? Anybody? No?
No.
All right, we're gonna keep our an eye out on the community for more animations like we looked at today for like feedback. If you want one of your animations looked at, send it to us on Discord and just say, hey, would love to be in the next creative, not creative session, but Rive live stream.
Yep.
And we'll pull it on and take a look. But anyways, thanks for joining us, everybody. What a good time.
Yep.
Bye all.
Bye.
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 I
Bye.